Chandana Charchita Nilava Vinavasara Manamali Chandana Charchita Nilava Vinavasara Chandana Charchita Vinavasara Manamali Smita Shali Smita Shali Hari
Hello, Manju Warrior, and welcome to Galattaplus.
Thank you.
First of all, thank you for inviting us to this space, which is your guru's dance studio.
Yes, it's her dance kalari.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and you are here practicing for an upcoming performance.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's
can you
right.
talk a bit about that?
So I'm very excited about it because I think I'm going to be performing on stage after more than 3 years now, especially with the pandemic situation and my busy shoot schedules. Live performance was unthinkable about because I always feel that if I'm doing a live performance, I need to be well prepared, well
Right.
practiced. So for which I didn't have much. The time that I need to keep aside, I could not. So for various reasons, a live performance has been uh, pushed more than 3 years now. So now I have a performance coming up on the 21st of Jan. And it's for the first time I'm doing a performance that is not a solo performance.
Oh.
I'm going to be doing a dance drama, which is about Radha Krishna love, of course. So that's what I'm preparing for. So the practice is happening here. My guru Geeta Padmakumar, she is the director of this
Right.
dance drama production, and I'm happily so excited to be part of it. I'm starting.
Yeah,
my
lovely, because I'm
practice
at
and
the studio
rehearsals.
looks like it's such a nice different place.
Yes.
The
And you also feel good because it's very different from a usual hotel atmosphere where
Yeah, the
usually
AC
interviews
rooms and
happen.
where everything is sound perfect and all
Yes,
that,
yes,
so but tell me one thing, how do you like you just said, doing dance requires a lot of rehearsals, practice
yes.
and all that. How did you manage this? Because you've been acting in a series of movies and then there was the pandemic. How did you like find the time to rehearse?
Fortunately, I just had to push my next shoot dates for a few weeks
Okay,
for to be able to focus on this until the performance is
right.
over. So it happened. The next shoot, people were kind enough to agree to
Okay.
push their dates.
Nice, nice,
So
nice.
that happened. Yeah.
Is it true that you hate interviews? And is it true that like you find your own interviews very boring?
Oh, I can never watch any of my interviews. When
Okay.
I see my work, because I know what I'm saying, I know what the questions are,
Oh
and
God,
I
my heart just broke right now. I'm like, oh God, she knows what I'm going to ask.
it's because I'm not someone who speaks a lot, I'm not very articulate, and I may have things inside, but I don't
Sure.
very easily convey, and I don't. I feel I'm very boring in interviews, to be very honest. So I I hate being
So
interviewed.
why are we here? What are we doing here?
For you, for
That's
you,
it.
because I
Not for your
really.
film. Not yeah.
And yeah, and being actors, we have sometimes we are left with no other choice than to sit and speak about our
Oh
films.
my God, you know what I'm hearing? I'm like, I so don't want to do this, but because Aisha is coming out, I have to do this. So I have to steel
No, no,
myself
no, no.
and talk to Baradwaj Rangan.
No, but I have seen your the way you speak to people and how people uh, are so easy with you. So I think it's a pleasure and honor. Pleasure and honor
Oh
is
gosh,
mine.
that
So
that
yes,
that's too much. Actually, it's my pleasure and honor because
same, same,
you've
same.
been doing,
Likewise.
all these fantastic, yeah, everybody says comeback, but like yours has been truly one memorable role after another,
That's
and
so sweet. Thank you.
like I still remember certain scenes in Pratipavan Kori so vividly because you just. That's one of my favorite performances of yours, recent
Thank you.
performances.
Thank
I mean,
you.
I don't know if it's recent because everything, I mean,
That was in 2019.
yeah,
Yes,
I
yeah.
think
No,
because of COVID, all the timelines have
2020.
become a little,
I don't remember.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah. But
2019.
I just remember it was on the big screen. I saw it on the big screen, and it was just
Thank you.
so fantastic.
Thank you.
And this one, Kayat, as well as like Kayatam,
Aham. Yeah,
Aham, yeah,
Ahar. Kayatam.
Ahar,
Yes.
yes, Kayat. So
Uh,
that kind of.
I think you're one of the few ones who's got to watch the movie because it's not released
Yeah,
officially
yeah, I
yet.
saw it
Yeah.
in the Kerala Film
Yes,
Festival.
yes. You
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and it was
And you
nice to see
spoke to
you in
me
that
about it.
space, like a very non-commercial
Yes, yes,
indie
that's
space kind
yeah.
of a thing. So,
Thank you very
uh,
much.
now continuing the topic of why you don't like interviews, you said you don't like being asked things like, what is your favorite food, or who's your favorite
Yeah,
actor, or like
no,
which is your
yeah, yeah. The
favorite travel
favorite section,
destination.
I just because I don't have an answer, and people think I'm being diplomatic or I'm hesitating to answer, which is not the truth. So I sincerely do not. I'm very because when I pick a favorite, I feel I'm lying to myself. Oh no, but that's also I like that actor also. I like this actress also. So am I lying? So I feel very. I'm not being honest when I say those answers. So
Right,
that is why I hate the favorites section, and especially usually the questions are of the same format, like
right.
what was the maybe what was can you tell me an unforgettable experience or experience acting with this actor, this actress. It's almost the same, and it's not just one interview for a film promotion. It's at
God,
least 20-25
you're
interviews
making me
minimum.
very nervous now. I'm like, oh my God, I have to live up to Manju Warrior's expectations now. So,
No, but when
but don't you think that favorites part is genuinely something that people like to know
of
about a
course, of
star that
course.
they like?
Of
Like
course, I know and I can understand, but people also should understand that some people don't cannot
cannot
pick a
pick.
favorite.
Okay, right,
Especially, I think why that those questions will be very hard for people to answer if they are working inside the industry, if they are part of the industry,
right,
because they have interacted with these people, they have seen different facets or facets. I don't know how you pronounce it. They know what the unique feature or unique the USP of someone is. So they tend to like one factor or two factors from each and
Right,
every
right.
of the actors they interact with. So for me, it is like that because I respect something from one person, I respect another thing from another person. So it's very hard to pick a favorite. It's unfair to ask. That's what I
So I will
feel.
not have a favorite section
Thank
here.
you.
Okay. So I think it is safe to say that Manju Warrior will not be seen in a "What is in your handbag" interview.
I don't even have a handbag.
So that's not going to happen ever, right?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay. Because you don't like this process of opening up, right? You like to do that in front of the camera, but you don't like to do it off camera, right?
It's not like about liking, so that's not my nature.
Sure,
That
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not because I don't like to open up. I've been
Sure, I got that. Yeah.
yeah.
So you prefer
Or maybe I don't know to properly convey what is inside me because after I speak, I said, no, that's not the way I had to say. I wanted to say it in a different way. That is what I think
right.
about what I've said.
So is there anything at all that you like talking about in interviews?
Once, if the conversation is casual, so then
It
of course, I don't know how to say this. This is exactly the reason because I don't know how to properly express what I'm feeling.
Right. No, the reason I'm pressing on this is because as an actor, like you just said, when you have this big movie called Ayisha coming out,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
you have to give interviews, let people know that this movie is coming out.
Yes, true.
So I'm wondering how would you put yourself through this? Because like if you tell like is there something that you rather talk about? Like so you're saying I would rather talk about Ayisha than about Manju Warrior. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, probably yes. Yeah.
Is that something
Yeah.
that
And
okay?
I also want to know if every actor feels this way. Like talking in promotion interviews, do they like it or do they hate it? I want to know. I think I'll go and ask everyone now.
You've actually they'll probably look at this
I'll
and
take a
get back to
survey.
you. Yeah. We'll take a survey. But
No, but for promotions, I because I feel it's my responsibility
sure.
to talk about the film, to talk about how the film has been made, and to know, to let people know about the film, what they should look forward to when they watch the film in theaters.
Yeah.
So I think it's part of an actor's responsibility also. So that's probably why I'm sitting and talking
Yeah.
in interviews.
No, and I think Aisha is an important movie for a couple of reasons. You know, the Malayalam trailer got released, but I also saw, thanks to your co-producer,
Yes.
I also saw the Arabic trailer, and I'm getting a feel of this film. Uh, See, I generally, hate the term female centric because it's
Same here.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like a thing, but there is an unfairness in the way hero movies get like everywhere, and I think one of the best things about Aisha is that a female centric heroine centric movie is getting dubbed in 4 South Indian languages, is has been shot in Arabic and in Malayalam.
Yes. And
Yeah,
it has a full Arabic version also. They're
yeah,
releasing a
yeah.
full
And
Arabic
I think
version.
that this must be some kind of a first, if I'm not
I think so.
mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So that's why I think for once we can actually use the term heroine centric and in a nice way and be happy about it. So congratulations.
Thank
So
you.
when you got the script, did you expect it to be this big a venture?
Honestly, no. I just found the script very interesting, and then the developments that the multilingual and the kind of the scale that it is in today, that was a later on development.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
because we found out that this could be because you saw the trailer for yourself. Even I think about 80% of the actors in this film, they are not Indians.
Right.
Yeah, they're from all over the world. They're from UAE and Syria, Nigeria, Egypt,
Yeah.
and Sri Lanka. A lot of languages being spoken in the film, and even our characters are only speaking Malayalam only when these characters are in their own space.
Right.
They're interacting with the other characters in broken English,
Yeah.
and but that's how the story of the film is being communicated.
Right.
Then we realized the possibility of the story is happening in Saudi Arabia. So then we realized the possibility of having a full-fledged Arabic movie with all the Arabic actors, and so then only the Malayalam portions had to be dubbed in Arabic, which was very a small portion.
Right.
So that's how we had a full Arabic movie So
Yeah.
this can be, I think this should be called an intersectional film more than a Malayalam film.
Because of the people speaking in their own languages, and because so much of it is in Arabic, you're kind of, it is that what you say. But for the Indian audience, are you going to have a full Malayalam version, or are you going to like
No,
dubbed,
no, no,
or you're
because
going to
it's very. We
subtitles,
have
or
subtitles. We
okay,
have subtitles, and I think yeah, we'll have subtitles, and for the Arabic portions, and the other portions, the major portions, it's in broken English, and every language is being spoken. So
right? So
I
you're maintaining
yeah,
that
only
flavor.
the whole dubbing is happening only for the Arabic version.
Okay.
The full in one single language, if there's a film coming, that is the Arabic version. Even in Malayalam version, we have all the languages that are
Right.
being originally spoken in the film.
Again, to go back to that bad term, a heroine-centric movie is being, released in such a big manner because everybody's talking about pan Indian, pan Indian, pan
Yeah.
Indian. But so far, everything has been so like about big heroes, right? It's like you would say there actually nothing which has been centered around a female character or what that person goes through or whatever it is. And I think this is a like a huge thing. So I guess you're
I
very
know I'm
happy about
blessed.
that,
Thank you.
yeah?
Oh yes, I feel very blessed.
Now, are you a very philosophical person, Manju? Because I took a look at your Instagram account, and no guts, no glory for every thunivu,
Yeah.
like promotional thing you put
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But there's also a couple of places where you had things like don't ever let your head down unless it's to admire your shoes. And then there was another one that said when things change inside you, things change around you.
Yeah.
Things like that. I like those kinds of that kind of positivity. I kind of go after that. Are you, do you,
And it's not because I'm philosophical. I just wanted to write an interesting caption, and for the things changing when things change inside you,
yeah.
things change around you. That was because I had a color photograph and a black and white photograph.
Ah,
Just for the change, I thought something around the word change, and I found this quote on the net. So then I thought it was very interesting. So that I thought I could like
link both
yeah
of them.
link both of them.
Right.
And the regarding the don't let your head down. I wanted to show off that shoe.
Shoe, yeah, which is very prominent in that photograph.
I saw that the shoe was very prominent, so I thought, okay, what can I write about a shoe? And so then I saw this quote again. It's
Right.
not I'm not writing these quotes. I'm sure many
Yeah,
people
yeah,
have
yeah,
seen those
yeah, yeah.
quotes
But
on
but
the
I'm
net.
saying that it also something spoke to you about it, right? It's like
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
because it's just not it had something else to it.
yeah.
I can link the shoe and some philosophy, and I get a caption for my photograph.
Yeah,
It's very
it's
simple.
very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
So
just because of that, not because I think on philosophical lines. No, no,
yeah,
no
actually,
way.
maybe philosophical is the wrong word, but maybe somebody who likes to, I don't know what these are. These are motivational quotes or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
quotes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, given this space, it's of course as an actor you have to do everything, but it's nice that we're in this space. And the thing that broke the internet was the Kandila song from Ayisha,
Yes.
which was you literally freaking out. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I can't recall another song that you've done with such abandon, is the word I think I can use for it. It's like you just let go, like, and, with the Prabhudeva's choreographed it,
Yeah.
and, there's all these other dancers. And do you find it like easy, this balance? Is it all just dance, or is there a different mind space between different types of dance?
Oh yeah, of course. It's I am doing that kind of a dance. I think for the first time, I've done like the cinematic, the usual film song dances earlier. But I think after I started doing movies after the gap, it's not. I have not danced like this for a song. I don't think I have. So this was the moment that I actually freaked out was when he said yes to choreograph the song because I had almost he Prabhudeva sir is maybe too big for Malayalam. He won't say okay, I'll try my luck anyway. So then I got in touch with him and asked him. So that without even the next, within 5 seconds, Santhosh ma, panlame, he said. So that was when I freaked out actually. So then we were like we were frantically trying to get a suitable songs which interesting enough to be choreographed by him. So then I should thank M. Jayachandran sir for patiently he gives us a version. So then I think can I have I give him references. I gave him references and idu madri. So then I think I really tested his patience. So he was very sweet and it's his generosity that he very kindly listened to my suggestions and he crafted out a song like the way I liked it. So then I was also happy with the song, and then I sent it to Prabhu sir. He said, "Yeah, yeah, we can." But he was very no, no, no. But don't change the song for me and all. Whatever he is comfortable with, let him make the song. We'll make it fun. அப்படி சொன்னார். So, but then fortunately, both the song was also very nice, and then Prabhu sir, he it was a signature. Many people like after watching the song, the what many people told me was you don't even have to ask who the choreographer is.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
And when I was shooting for Thunivu, the song sequences where there were a lot of dancers, so they came and told me, "Ma'am, நீங்க அப்படியே பிரபு சார் photocopy மாதிரி இருக்கீங்க." So then I was so I think I don't want to hear anything else because Prabhudeva sir has been my since childhood. I think I was so mad about Prabhudeva sir, and it was not even like, it was much more than a dream come true for me because I had never even imagined even in my wildest dreams that
Right.
I would one day dance to a Prabhudeva choreography. But I'm only thankful.
And you look so happy in that song.
Because I was genuinely happy.
Because it's like it's not just like a put on smile. You genuinely are radiating some
Yeah, because
joy.
I'm Prabhudeva choreography. I'm dancing. That's what was running in my head. So I think for any dancer or anyone who works in films,
Yeah.
I've like grown up watching his songs
Right,
and
right.
how much fun. What I would think, oh, how much fun it would have been shooting the song. That's the amazing. So many dancers coming together and enacting a sequence with humor, everything. Like his song is as eventful as a film.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I feel.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was fun
Yeah,
and
yeah.
more than a dream come true for me.
Let's shift a little to Thunivu.
Yes.
So I spoke to H. Vinod, and he said uh, that you really relish the opportunity you of not having to save the world for a change, of being this woman, strong
Fight
woman character.
against the
Yeah,
odds of the society.
yeah, yeah. So was that something that you really liked?
I guess yes. I really enjoyed playing Thunivu because not only because of this, because I was getting to play
Action.
yeah, action of course, and I think every activity that I have done in every shot in this film has been new. Like I've never ever done. I've never like I've not properly like a person who holds a gun, who's experienced in using guns. I've not played a character. I think I've done one in Patram, but that
Yeah.
was like without any other way she has to take a gun, and she's not even shooting in the film. But for someone who like when you talk to her and then she takes out a gun and shoots you, that was a first for me. And when you watch the film, you'll know what all crazy things I've done. So
Right.
I was excited about each and every shot in the
Right.
film.
Right.
So
Right.
I tell ஐயோ இதெல்லாம் முதல் தடவை தான் பண்றேன். I'm doing it for the first
So
time
this
in
is
my
like
life.
practically like the Prabhudeva song.
Kind of,
Yeah.
kind of, but
Yeah.
with guns.
With guns. Yeah. So
Different types of guns.
yeah.
So that was very interesting for me, and I was like, initially I was scared because Ajit sir is known for his action films, and H. Vinod, he is a very skilled director. So I just didn't want to look funny in an action
Yeah,
sequence
yeah.
with someone like Ajit sir, who looks like he's always been doing this, so he looks good in while doing action. I just wanted to look convincing, and that's what I saw as a challenge. But then I thought that challenge was the exciting part of it.
Right,
So
right,
I
right.
decided to work for it.
Yeah. The other thing Vinod told me was that when they first approached you, you were a little kind of hesitant, maybe like about this film, and then then you guys had some discussions, and then like once the script evolved a little, you then became more convinced about it. Can you talk a little about
Like
that?
it was not about being hesitant or anything. I was very excited when I got his call because I've seen all his
Right.
films, right from Saduranga Vete and Dhiran.
Kiran,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I've enjoyed his films a lot. So I was, and especially after Asuran, when I came to know about what kind of film this is, and especially when Ajit sir was also part of it, so I was very excited because after Asuran, every film that came my way, it was something like Asuran. Asuran மாதிரி இருக்கும் அசுரன் மாதிரி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா அசுரன் மாதிரி வேண்டாங்க. And I used to tell that, say that. And one thing that excited about this film to me was the variety of the nature of the film. And then there was a friendly discussion, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
And then I said, what if the story is like this? What if my character is like this? It was a very friendly suggestion. And Vinod suggests, oh, that's very interesting. Let me see how I can incorporate those suggestions into the story. I'll get back to you. So then he got back and he said he is very happy that he got those suggestions. So that is what happened. No, like I didn't hesitate or I didn't think of saying no and all. That was a friendly
Yeah,
discussion.
yeah, yeah,
That's all.
yeah. But what I really took away from what Vinod said was that whether it's a big film or a small film, you have a certain point of view, and you are not you kind of let it be known that this is kind of nice. This is maybe we can work on this because a lot of people when it comes to a mammoth film like this, like this huge film, they'll pretty much like sometimes I'm not saying scared, but they might not because they would just say, oh, you know what, I'm getting this film, let me be happy or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
But the fact that you're doing this is amazing. It's just it shows that you want to showcase yourself or your character in as interesting a manner as possible, and therefore you are speaking up. And I think that's like a wonderful thing.
Thank you, sir. But I genuinely felt if, what if
Yeah,
the
yeah,
story is seen this
sure.
way. So I think he gave me I felt comfortable with him that I could discuss my suggestion with him. So I think
It's healthy.
yeah, it's healthy. It's
Yeah,
healthy.
yeah.
It's because of all mutual respect that we have towards each other.
So, did you have similar discussions with Amir Palikal, who has directed Ayisha? When you got the script, and did you kind of like have similar discussion?
Of course,
Right.
yes, we do, and especially in Malayalam, like it's really a teamwork that happens. And now for the past few years, uh, whichever film that I work on, I've been part of
You've
the
said this. Yeah,
discussions
yeah, yeah.
since the initial stage. So I'm definitely there is a give and take. We discuss about things, we fight about things, we argue about things.
Right.
So then we see who is able to convince the other person.
Right.
So that is there. Even for Aisha, there were a lot of discussions, and in every stage of the script, I used to be updated. And it's a teamwork. It's really a teamwork.
Yeah. So when you get the story, obviously every story, there is something that, like you just said, for example, thunivu action was one big USP for you to accept it. For Aisha, what was that was it the bond between the two women? Was that what appealed to you?
It's a very interesting story, and I was very excited that it's not Aisha. The character of Aisha is a gaddama, which means a maid
Yeah.
in the household, in
Yeah.
a Saudi household, where the elderly lady that you see in the trailer, she is the mistress
Yeah.
of the house, and there is a bond between them. So normally, what we see in these kind of films is how the maid is being tortured and their work and physical this thing, and it's all in a very sad tone that's
Yeah.
being shown. But in this film, it's shown in a very interesting way how the relationship between the mistress and the maid and the majesty, as you say. So how there is a I don't want to reveal more about
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
So how the relationship develops, and it's very interesting that it's a true story.
Right.
Yeah, it's a true story, and it's been inspired from a true friendship, the story of a true friendship, the true story about a friendship.
Right. And that also happened in the Gulf.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
and it's we are revealing that in the film,
Right.
and many people know the person,
Oh,
in
okay.
whose life this happened.
Lovely.
So
Okay.
I think you should wait to see the film.
Yeah,
Till,
yeah. So if I'm watching Aisha and let's say Telugu,
Hmm.
it's going to be the Arabic portions are going to be in Telugu, is
So
it?
for the other languages, I think it's going to be if it's the Telugu version, you'll see it in, all in Telugu and Tamil. For Malayalam, only the Malayalam speaking characters are speaking Malayalam in the
Okay.
movie, and every other character they are speaking their own languages from whichever country they are. They speak their own languages.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
but in the Arabic version, it's going to be fully Arabic.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
only Arabic.
Yeah.
Even the Malayalam portions are going to be heard in Arabic for them to be able to
Yeah,
understand.
you
For
said
the
you-
Arab audience, because this is a story that even the Arab audience can understand because it's happening in their homeland and
Yeah.
it's happening in their backgrounds. And even I would like to add in this the relationship between Indians and Arabs or the Arab this is a story about an Indian made in an Arab household. It's being shown in a positive light, unlike many of the films that we have already seen. Generally, we see that the Indian maids being tortured in the film. In this film, you'll see a different angle to it, and I think the relationship, the Indo-Arab relationship, if we can call it so, it's being shown in a very positive light.
Right.
That's why we thought the Arab audience will be able to like it more.
So the Arab version that's going to be released there,
Yeah.
the Arabic version, that's going to be a little different cut.
Yes, I think so. We have made a few corrections because the Kerala portions that we have shot, there is a small Kerala portion happening in the film that might be slightly cut down, and the Arabic portions will have great prominence in the Arabic version. And even I think the songs might be taken off according to their tastes. Yes.
Right, right, right. Because I know that, for instance, when directors show their films in festivals,
Yeah.
they use
Exactly. I
less
was
background music.
Yeah.
But when they release it for
In
Indian
theatres,
audiences,
yes.
then they add
Yes.
more background
I
music. So
think,
things like
yeah,
that,
the
Yeah.
suitable changes, the
Yeah.
appropriate changes for the Arab audience have definitely been made.
Made.
But the story and everything, there's
Yeah,
not much.
yeah, yeah.
The story is not going to
Yeah,
change.
yeah, obviously, yeah. Apart from your Arabic debut,
That is,
a little, yeah,
I
okay,
haven't
yeah.
thought about it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
but what's happening to your Hindi film with Madhavan?
Hindi, yes, the shoot we had to stop shoot like when Maddie got affected with COVID, but after that we hadn't been able to resume the shoot. So now I understand that the meetings are happening and they are trying to get Maddie's dates and my dates. They're trying to coordinate, and I really, really want that film to happen.
It's called Amriki Pandit.
Amriki Pandit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what has been shot so far is very interesting and it's a very nice, cute little love story. So I'm really looking forward to finishing the rest of the shoot and for people to be able to watch it.
Next and last question for you, which is like, because you just said, no, like saving the world kind of roles. I was like, you never get love stories.
I
Yeah.
know. I think people are scared to come to me with a love story, but then to people who I can say with like, oh, get me a love story, I tell them to writers who are friends, I really want to like explore that zone now. There are so many interesting like angles where you can think about love stories in this today's society.
Yeah, yeah,
there's-
yeah.
Age is not a barrier. Nothing is
Nothing
a
is,
boundary or a barrier now. So you can go wild in your imaginations. I would love to do a love story. Of
But
course.
you said Amriki
Amriki
Pandit
Pandit
is a
is
love
a love
story.
story.
Okay, it's like a pure love story.
It's a love story. It has yeah, it's a love story. It has many other elements to it, but it's a romantic love
Nice,
story.
nice. So you did get your wish.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to be happy with one. I want more.
So please manifest it in this interview so
I
that
think so, yes.
yeah, please say it out loud so other people hear.
No, I
And-
think I've told this even before in interviews that I would love to, and I think many writers these days they're coming with really experimental, very very interesting thoughts. I'm
Yeah.
very happy to see the fighting against the society odds. That trend has changed a little bit in the stories that are coming to me. So I'm very very eagerly looking forward to pick the most interesting ones from them.
But that's actually a compliment in a way if you look at it, because when they write a story like that with a strong woman who's fighting odds, you're one of the first people that come
I
to
know, I
mind.
know, I know. I'm very blessed and I'm happy. But when you start seeing the same kind of films
Right.
and same kind of stories, somewhere it gets like, as I told you, like how you anticipate questions in the interviews. That you know, you kind of know. After a point, I started. After hearing three lines of the story, I started getting the idea of this. Okay, so this is going to happen. This is going to be the villain. This is she's going to do this. So this is going to happen. I asked them. So this is going to happen, right? And so you tend to
Yeah.
get bored. So then you can imagine what the plight of the audience watching the movie should be.
Idea is that it's not the genre itself, it's, or the type of movie. It's more like the treatment
Yeah,
that
either only the background changes or the profession of the character changes. Everything else was the same.
right.
To like in most of them, I'm not saying every story that came my way, but that I saw that was a general. Like after Asuran, most of the
You
stories
said
that
yeah.
came to me had that flavor. They once they see something that has already been successful, they have a tendency to think on the same
Yeah,
lines.
stereotyping
Yeah, yeah,
happens.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully that won't happen.
Yes,
So
I
looking
hope so
forward to
too.
seeing Amriki Pandit and you in a love story.
Thank you.
I hope your dance performance goes really
Thank you,
well.
thank you. I'm very excitedly
It's
looking
you
forward
said
to
it's
it.
a Radha Krishna story.
Yes,
What
it's
are you playing?
Krishna.
Ah, okay, nice.
Yes,
Okay.
but I'm sure I'll be able to play Radha in another presentation of the same production.
Okay.
I can
You can.
not in the same performance, but maybe you can see me as Radha in the same production in a different stage.
Stage,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
For this performance, I'm performing as Krishna.
Nice, nice, nice. So all the best for that and for Ayisha.
Thank you.
And congratulations again for this big solo, release.
Thank you.
It's.
Thank you
I
so
think
much.
you've really earned it
I
over
really,
the
really
years.
love, hope that the audience loves it because I know I'm like really blessed with the audience, the love from the audience. They have always been so supportive. They like love with no limits. I've experienced that from the audience, so I feel very responsible, and that's even you might have noticed that I've done very few films in the past. Like I believe it's not in the number of films. Not doing films back to back doesn't that's not what I'm
Yeah,
doing films
yeah,
for.
yeah.
I want to like return. This is the way I can return love to the audience, to be able to do good films which they enjoy. So and it's not. It's sometimes some decisions and some judgments fail, but still I want to tell them that I want to try my best to deliver to your expectations, and that is what I'm working hard for.
Yeah,
So I really hope people like Ayisha and Thunivu and Amriki Pandit and whichever film I'm doing, I just want people, the audience, to be happy because that it's for them that we are doing movies at the end of the day.
right. I actually, by this time, I think we will know whether the audience has liked
Ah,
Tunivu at
yes,
least
yes, yes,
because
yes.
Aisha's
Fingers crossed.
fingers
Yes.
crossed. Yeah. So by the time this interview gets out, but yeah, all the best and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Experience 10 days of Grand Europe trip for easy EMI of Rs 25,000 only with GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Wonder Diamond, South India's largest lab grown diamond brand, stores at Chennai, Coimbatore, Bangalore, and Hyderabad.